So I recently got a comment regarding negative comments and trolls in general, and if you're a content creator, you're bound to experience this at some point because certain people on the internet think they can hide behind a mask like Batman, except they're not trying to save the city, they're trying to dunk on you, and that sucks. So here are ways I would handle negative comments on your YouTube channel, but first, make sure to like and subscribe for more content creation advice. Right, so I'll be honest, the overarching reply I use that applies to nearly all hate comments, in my opinion, is thank you for the engagement. You see, what these haters, after spending several minutes of their precious time writing something to put you down, don't realize is that this actually helps your channel. YouTube doesn't care about what type of comment it is. Ultimately, a comment is interaction on your channel. You've evoked enough of a reaction from a viewer that they've commented, and that's a signal to YouTube that, hey, viewers are seemingly liking this video because they're interacting with it, let's push it out. So as soon as you point this out to haters and thank them for the engagement and the general boost to the channel, the hater quietens down because they've just realized they messed up. They didn't want to help you out, but they did. Boom, get wrecked. Do people still say wrecked? I have no idea. But anyway, this technique is better than creating a war in the comments. If you reply to a hater and it starts a 50 comment back and forth argument, yes, that technically helps the algorithm because there's more comments, but it can also create a toxic environment that's going to put off fans. People don't want to support someone that's equally as abusive as the hater. Ultimately, just don't get emotional, that's what's key. Hence why thanks for the engagement works so well. Another great way to handle negative comments is by killing them with kindness. Yes, people, kindness is that powerful. But seriously, taking the high road and just being nice to that person can reduce the amount of hate comments. Remember, they want to trigger you with that comment, but if you look past that and write something nice instead, they're definitely going to take a step back and change their opinion of you. But there is an issue. Some haters can be obsessive. Oh boy, have I come across them in my time. Why do I sound like I'm in my 60s saying that? But anyway, if you've been on YouTube long enough, you will definitely come across people who are obsessive and hate watch your videos, which means they sit there and watch your content just to put you down. I don't understand the psychology of this myself, but I did some research using the powers of AI, and here are the reasons it spewed out. The first is a superiority complex. People love evaluating themselves by looking at others. They might think, oh, my life is terrible right now, but at least I'm not as cringy as this guy. Then there's the need for attention. They just want a reaction out of you, and some like having that control they have over a creator by getting under their skin and attacking them. Then there's the projected insecurity angle. You see, most people actually don't hate you, they just hate the fact you have the courage to do something they're too scared to do. They say your videos are stupid, but they're sitting on the sidelines throwing stones because ultimately they're too afraid to get on the field themselves. There's also the negativity bias. Did you know that humans are biologically wired that pushes us to be negative? Trust me, I'm not making this up. This very much is a real thing. Our ancestors survived by being more alert to threats, like a predator's growl, than to beauty, like a sunrise. Because of this instinct we have, one negative comment can outweigh 10 positive ones in our minds. Essentially, your mind is playing tricks on you by over-prioritizing the bad over the good. I'm only explaining this because I want to make it clear, guys, you have to understand it's not your fault if you get hate, it's more on them. Obviously, the first few hate comments will hurt for sure, but eventually, you do build a thick skin and stop caring. I've certainly reached that stage. It's very rare I come across a comment that truly hurts me, unless you come from my luscious beard, in which case, there's gonna be this. Jokes aside, I do want to make one thing clear, and that is, your mental health is most important. As much as these comments do help the algorithm, if they bother you, remove them. Ultimately, it's your channel, and if the comments get to you, don't bother replying to them. And if they keep coming back and you get agitated again and again by the comments, there's one simple fix. Hide the user from the channel. This is an option in the 3 dots next to a comment. Now, what does this option do? Essentially, it's when the hater is just commenting into a void. No one will be able to see them. This works best for obsessive haters who will never give up on hating. It's the ultimate psychological win because they keep wasting their time hating, but they're effectively shouting into a black hole where no one, including you, has to see it. You can also have specific words that are blocked on your channel. This mainly gets rid of spam comments that used to plague YouTube but still pop up now and then. But if there are certain words that trigger you, you can just add it to the block list and those comments will never see the light of day. There is a tab where you can see the comments that get filtered out because they're abusive, but not gonna lie, I wouldn't check that often because trust me, it's bad inside there. And also remember, not all negative comments are inherently bad. There are negative comments which can have constructive criticism within, which may help improve your channel. If someone says, hey, your video sucks, your audio needs a fix, obviously them saying your video sucks is a bit mean, but they're specifically highlighting the audio needing a fix. So maybe that's something you can actually resolve. Of course, as a content creator, you've always got to be ready to adapt your content and try to better yourself. So don't be blind and think all negative comments are bad, because sometimes there can be useful advice. Just pick and choose which ones to listen to and which ones to not listen to based on what they say. And if it is technical help you need, that's where Elevate Studios comes into play. To level up your content, you can actually come here to our space and take advantage of high-end equipment or the space itself and stand right here. You come with the ideas, we bring you the tools. Link to space is below. Actually, here's an example of something I didn't listen to. Some people said my accent was fake, even though I was someone born and raised in the UK, so obviously I'm not putting this accent on to sound cool, this is just me, a British Sri Lankan. So again, those kind of comments, even if they seem constructive and the guy says, hey, getting rid of your fake accent would make the video so much better, I can't do much about it because they're trying to change something about me that I naturally do. You know what the best feeling is though? It's when your community comes to protect you instead. When you build a loyal community, they become your moderators. You won't even have to bother replying to haters because your community will just handle it. Haters will eventually disappear because others defend what you do instead, which puts them off from hating in the first place because they ideally want to be toxic and spread their toxicity to everyone and want others to join the bandwagon and hate on you as well. You guys have my back though, right? Right? No? Okay, well, I'll defend myself. Those are my thoughts, but let me know in the comments below what tips do you have for handling negative comments, and make sure to like and subscribe for more content creation advice.